Okay, so I am making Christmas pinwheel cookies. Actually, we're both making them. I've got all of my ingredients already laid out, so I'm gonna start mixing. So, first things first, sift the flour, baking powder, baking soda, and salt together into a bowl. It says to sift. I don't really see a reason to do that because it also takes a lot of time. Flour goes in, baking powder, baking soda, and salt together in a bowl. Did I miss the salt? How did I miss the salt? That's weird. I missed the salt. Salt is in there. Yeah, it basically is gonna mix it, so. Beat the butter with the brown and white sugars in a mixing bowl. Put the butter in. Come on. There we go. Butter goes in. This is gonna get loud. Just a wee little bit. Brown and white sugars. Let's start with the first setting. Okay, this is gonna take a minute, so I'm actually gonna stop the video. Okay, now I've got it all light and fluffy and everything, so now it's time to beat in the eggs. So I have, it says put in a third egg. So what I've done with this recipe is I've downsized it from 72 servings to 24 to 12, because split between me and my dad it's gonna be 12, combined together 24. But you can't exactly do 2/3 of an egg, so I'm doing half an egg and then my dad gets the other half. That's probably about the right amount. Beat in the eggs and vanilla until smooth. I'm gonna make sure that I get all of this out. Okay, I think that's as mixed as it's gonna get right now. I'm trying to clean up the edges again. Gradually stir in the flour mixture until evenly blended. Okay, here we go. Start with that much. Okay, so I've got the cookie dough thingy sitting in the fridge now. I have combined the two colors, and it's gonna sit for at least 8 hours. Okay, I've got the cookies in the oven.
Madison asked me to join her in a cookie bake-off that her mom will be testing and bake from scratch different cookies. So she's done hers, and she's asked me to do my part. What she doesn't realize is I have no intentions on baking my own from scratch. I have cheated, and she does not know it yet. So I'm going to take these, dye them the proper colors to match her red and green cookies, and then we'll see who likes the cookies better. So I'm going to open these up and get in here, and I will dye a few of them, mix them together, and see what she has to say about my cookies. So I have some food coloring here, and I think I'll take this way. We'll have lots of good cookie dough to work with. I have one of them red here, and then I'll work that in. And these are just plain good old-fashioned sugar cookies, all mushed together here, making quite a mess. I'll pick up some of that extra coloring just to make sure we don't leave a bigger mess behind. Again, she doesn't know what I'm pulling yet, so we'll just keep mixing this up here until I get pretty much a red color. This should be a lot of fun because she has no idea what I'm planning. She thinks I'm spending hours baking up my own cookies, Many times I will do cookies from scratch, but I'm not the big baker of the family. She's more of that, so I'm just going to take the cheater's way out and pull a practical joke on her and see what she has to think of it. So she won't know until after these are tried. Almost makes me think of a big old snot ball. And she wanted red and green, so there we go. So, cookies have now chilled for about 30 minutes, and I'm going to gently unwrap them and cut them and get them onto a baking sheet. And I like to use dental floss to cut cookies like this. I think it just makes it a little easier. Set them down. Guess I could have rolled them a little thinner to make a better spiral, but at least this way they'll fool Madison into thinking I really did make these completely from scratch. So now I'm going to put these into the oven and bake them about 10-15 minutes. I'll be back for more. So they are out of the oven, and I should have spaced them further apart because they have run into one giant cookie pancake. Okay, these have cooled enough now to where I can gently begin to separate them. I tried earlier and a little too soon. So that should be the end until the taste test. And we'll see what Madison has to say and how far we can pull this joke.
Okay, the cookies are done now, and Mom is going to taste test. So, the bigger one is Dad's, and then the small one is mine.
Oh. There's no way to cleanse my palate in between.
Get one of those jalapenos.
Oh. This tastes like a regular, what do they call it, oatmeal cookie or something?
No oatmeal.
Oh no, a sugar cookie. It tastes like a sugar cookie.
I'm not entirely sure what kind of a cookie it is. The recipe I found was apparently based off of the Ukrainian thing. Oh. Uh-oh. Your face!
I can't see what I look like. It's not as sweet.
I followed that recipe more accurately.
I probably like this one better just because it's sweeter.
Betrayal!
Yeah, that's why it goes.
Betrayal!
Dad doused it with sugar because he knows.
Wait! No, did you cheat?
I put a little more sugar.
Dad! You cheated! That's not fair! You didn't win fair and square!
Oh well, there's your...
That was...
Are we late? The traffic was terrible. I see you're all in good spirits. Yes, I've known you, especially Colonel Brubaker.
What's wrong?
You used pre-made cookie dough.
I what?
You used pre-made cookie dough.
Are you sure?
See it right here.
So pessimistic from the past, all the good